Good evening. I am Captain Brown, the Executive Officer for the Education and Training Section. On behalf of the Police Commissioner, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of Class 1703. I ask that you please remain standing and greet our honored graduates. The class colors will be borne by Officer Parks.
Sir, Class 2017-03 is present ready for graduation.
We will now have the Star Spangled Banner sung by Detective Nigel Rose, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flags! Detail! Ready! Face! Flags! Detail! Present! Arms!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight bore the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red black
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Class, detail, order, arms. Class, detail, ready, front. Class, detail, uncover, 2.
We will now begin with an invocation given by Pastor Charles Maintree. Ladies and gentlemen, you can be seated.
Class, take seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the 50th mayor of the great city of Baltimore, Mayor Catherine P.
So I'm not so sure where our chaplain is, but let me give praise and honor to God just for the privilege to stand here before you all and to extend my blessings upon this class. And let me just say to you all, thank you for your service that you're about to give to the citizens of Baltimore. We are very excited that you've chosen this career because it is one of honor. We consider you to be our ambassadors for our city. You represent the best of Baltimore. And so we ask you as you go out there to serve the citizens of Baltimore, it's not, as I've heard one of our commissioners say, it's not about how many arrests you make, it's about how many relationships that you build. And so that we ask you as you go out there to serve the public, that you get to know the people and they get to know you. But let me just say this to the families. Thank you. Thank you for sacrificing your young people and your family members to be a part of our Baltimore Police Department. We know that when they leave you every day, that your hearts will leave with you. And we know that our hearts are out to them every single day. We will do our very best to take good care of them as they become the carers of our city and our communities and our neighborhoods. So we thank you for your service again, but we also ask you to understand that this is part of your calling, that you've been called for such a time as this, to serve all of the citizens of Baltimore with integrity, with courage, and without prejudice. And so we want you to understand that we understand the job that you have signed up for, but we are so proud of you. This is one of the most diverse classes that we've had in the Baltimore Police Department. And let me just say, I think the average age here is about 27. The youngest person, I believe, is 21 years of age, and the oldest is a little bit over 45. So the average age being 27. So again, I think we have some prior folks here who have served in the military, so we know how disciplined you all are. And 10 folks sitting here have children among us, and 13 have college degrees. And I think there's several legacy members among us as well. This has been a very high-achieving group of individuals who've chosen this career. So let me just say to you, best of everything. I wanted to also acknowledge our councilman. Councilman, would you stand up, please? He reminds me of me when I was a city councilman. We never, ever miss a graduation, Brandon Scott, because we believe that this is one of the careers that exemplify courage in our city, and again, that you represent us, and we hope that you will continue to represent us well. So again, thank you, bless you, and we look forward to your service. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor P., for those kind words. It is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the Commissioner of the Baltimore City Police Department, Commissioner Gary Tubble.
Good evening. How's everybody? Good. Before I address the graduates, I want to address the family. First, as the mayor said, I want to thank you personally for giving us your loved ones for what is about to be an incredible journey. It's going to be a journey of self-gratitude. It's going to be a journey of service to community. There are going to be a lot of late nights, early mornings, extra court time, time missed with the family. I can go on and on and on. For the graduates, this is an exciting day for me as well, because 34 years ago, I sat where you're sitting today. And like you, I come into this profession with a clear heart, a clear mind, and ready to serve. As a police officer, you'll have the opportunity to save lives, to change lives, and to make lives better. What you do today, what you do tomorrow, will define not just your legacy going forward, but it'll define the lives of the people that you come in contact with. That's an awesome responsibility, an awesome responsibility. I don't want you to take that responsibility lighthearted. I want you to take it for what it is. It's an opportunity that many don't get. It's an opportunity that lends itself to defining your legacy in life. I have this rule of what I call fives. My entire law enforcement career, I've defined that first 5 years of anybody's career as sort of establishing the legacy for that person going forward. And I want you to think about that. As you adhere to the mission, vision, and the values of this agency, you've been taught. I want you to understand that what you do and how you serve will define your entire career. Do it fairly, do it impartially, do it with a clear heart. I'm particularly proud of this department. I'm particularly proud of you. I've heard a lot of good things about your accomplishments, about where you came from in terms of when you first got to the academy, and I'm so glad to see where you are now that you're leaving the academy. But because you're leaving the academy and you're going out to your permanent assignments, it doesn't mean that you've quite graduated, because that rule of five, the first 5 years of your career will be the most formative years that you will ever have. Please use them well, because once they're gone, you can never get them back. It's like your integrity. Once your integrity is gone, you will never, ever get it back. I want to assure you that I am as accountable to you as I expect you to be to me. With that being said, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Commissioner Tuggle. We also would like to take this opportunity to recognize other dignitaries that's present with us tonight. Mr. Al Labino from the Maryland Police Corrections and Training Facility. To deliver the class address, I would like to introduce Officer Alexis Torres Miranda.
Good evening. Welcome, Madam Mayor Pugh, Commissioner Toggle, Mayor Partee, and all dignitaries, distinguished guests, and the families present this evening. I would like to thank Madam Mayor Pugh and Commissioner Toggle for your support and commitment to the Baltimore Police Department. I am very thankful for the opportunity to represent Class 1703. First, I would like to thank God for guiding us through this learning experience, and as we approach to the end of a successful beginning to a new career. I must give thanks to the Lord for standing by us all in this journey. This has been a long journey for Class 1703. We have been through a lot of experiences together. We learn from each other and from our advisors. At the end, like Detective Ring would say, and I quote, "I am not gonna give you what you want, but what you need." Now, we understand that all we needed were the tools and the courage to become a better person, a better servant, and a better police officer. Class 1703 is prepared to serve the community with dignity and to make the street of Baltimore City a safer place. I would like to thank our class advisors because without their support, motivation, and consistency, we would have not made it this far. It was truly a pleasure to have you as our advisors, and I hope that you are proud of Class 1703. Throughout our time in the academy, we received different types of training, from emergency vehicle operation, where some of us struggled with the cons and the challenges of the course, to law class, where we performed, I would say, hundreds of scenarios so we could learn how to apply the law. Tonight, the scenarios are over. Tomorrow, we will be walking into real life. There's no room for error. The safety of the citizens of Baltimore City is now in our hands. With that being said, Sergeant Hines told us a couple times something that I agree with. He said that we have set the bar high for future entry-level classes. It is up to each one of us to keep this bar high and force those who come behind us to set the bar even higher. I am honored and proud to say that I am a member of Class 1703. We promise you that no matter which district or unit we get sent to, no member of Class 1703 will let you down. We will conduct ourselves with professionalism and integrity. We will always be proud to be a Baltimore City police officer. No matter what life throws at us, we will do whatever it takes to do the right thing and to always wear this badge with pride. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Miranda. Ladies and gentlemen, we reached the part of the ceremony where we recognize individual accomplishments. These ladies and gentlemen worked very hard throughout their 30-plus weeks of training, and we want to recognize those individuals who excelled in certain categories. The first category is the academic excellence. This is presented to the class member with the highest overall academic average. The Academic Excellence Award for Class 2017-03 is presented to Officer Alexis Torres Miranda with an average of 92. The next award is the Skills Champion. This award is presented to that member with the highest average placement in the categories of defense tactics, physical training, and emergency vehicle operation. The Skills Champion for Class 2017-03 is Officer Bruce Holt. The next award is the Firearms Champion. This award is presented to that member with the highest overall average during firearms training. The Firearms Champion for Class 2017-03 with an average of 98.9 is Officer Pablo Tolentino Trinidad. The next award is the Commissioner's Award of Excellence. This award is based upon academic achievement, professionalism, attitude, appearance, ability to supervise, and those characteristics that compromise the professional police officer. The training staff selects that member who is mostly clearly reflects those attributes. The Police Commissioner's Award of Excellence goes for Class 2017-03 is awarded to Officer Claus Montano. Ladies and gentlemen, Officer Montano is actually the winner of 2 awards. So he's the winner of the Cassidy Award. Agent Cassidy Agent Cassidy is a retired officer with the Baltimore Police Department. On October the 22nd, 1987, Agent Cassidy was approached by a person that he believed had committed an assault. While conducting an interview, the subject drew a weapon and fired at Agent Cassidy and was wounded. He was wounded and blind as a result of the injury. He chose not to become a victim. He returned to York College, earned his 2nd degree in education, and he has since earned a master's degree from Johns Hopkins. Agent Cassidy returned to the Baltimore Police Department and is an instructor at the academy. This award, like I said, it goes to Claus Montano.
I'm also very proud to say that Agent Cassidy was my partner.
The last award this evening is the Director's Award. The Director's Leadership Award is awarded to a member of the class who has shown outstanding leadership qualities. The class commander is assigned to the daunting task of leading their class in all aspects of the academy, from when they first enter the academy to the conclusion. In recognition of his tireless and unwavering dedication, the Director's Leadership Award is given to Officer Delbert Parks. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the part of our program, long sought and well earned. Class 1703 will officially end their entry-level training and transfer from police officer trainee to police officer. Commissioner Tuggle, it is my honor and privilege to present to you Class 1703, ready for assignment, sir. I am now requesting the certificates of graduation be presented to the members of the Class 1703 and they be designated police officers. Family and friends are invited to come forth in the open space to take pictures. I ask that you please respect the other graduates after your relative have left off the stage so they can take pictures as well.
Class, attention! Cover 2!
Good evening. Officer Alexis Torres Miranda. Officer Bruce Holt. Officer Pablo Tolentino Trinidad. Officer Klaus Montano. families, friends, you guys can clap for them if you'd like. Feel free. They deserve it. Officer Delbert Parks. Officer Kevin Alexander. Officer Tony Alexander. Officer Francisco Alicea Batista. Officer Casleni Augustin. Officer Troy Austin. Officer Edgar Ayala Lopez. Officer Devin Brooks. Officer Karima Brown. Officer Christopher Burrell. Officer Jerry Demistoy. Officer Austin Garrison. Officer Gilberto Gonzalez Cintron. Officer Edgar Gonzalez Lopez. Officer Juan Irizarry Vega. Officer Calvin Kreider. Officer Jesus Lopez Ventosa. Officer Brendan Machado. Officer Mary McLaughlin. Officer Nelson Morales. Officer Kenneth Morales Mendez. Officer Abraham Perez. Officer April Perez. Officer Gerard Pettiford. Officer Rafael Ramirez Perez. Officer Nidia Rios Arroyo. Officer Robert Sanford. Officer Jesus Santos Roman. Officer Davon Smalls. Officer Diogo Souza. Officer Omar Vega. Officer Dalton Wicker. Officer Shaniqua Winfield. Officer Alex Young. Officer Zabel Zeze. And last but not least, Officer Walter Zebulon.
Ladies and gentlemen, It's my honor and privilege to present to you Class 1703. We've now reached the part of the program that I think is the most important, the oath of office. Officers, raise your right hand. Recite after me. I
Alexis Torres. Bruce Holt. Pablo Tolentino.
Louis Montano.
Albert Parks.
Captain Alexander.
Tony Alexander.
Francisco Eliseo.
Castellani Augustin.
Troy Austin.
Hey, Gallagher. Devin Brooks.
Brown.
Christopher Burrell. Sheriff Dempstor.
Austin Garrison. Humberto Gonzalez. Edgar Gonzalez.
Juan Elizabeth. Calvin Kreider.
Jesus Lopez.
Ray Machado.
Mary
Karen
McLaughlin.
Morales. Nelson Morales. Karen Morales.
Abraham Perez.
Deborah Perez.
Jerome Pettiford.
Jesus Daniel. Amos Small. Eva Souza. Homer Vega. Paul Blaker.
Shaniqua McNeil.
And Walter Zabulon.
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And that I will be faithful. And bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland. And support the Constitution and laws thereof. And I will be to the best of my skill. Judgment. Diligently. Without partiality or prejudice. Execute the office of law enforcement officer. According to the Constitution and laws of the state. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the conclusion of our program this evening. On behalf of the police commissioner, I invite you to the atrium for light refreshments. I ask that you remain in the auditorium until the command staff and the mayor have left the auditorium, until the trainees have left.
Detail. Attention. Detail.